Hey, Shaq, this is Miles Simmons of Panthers.com. Just wondering, how have you felt about these sort of long 11-on-11 periods that you guys have been having? And what do you feel like you guys really gain out of that as a defense?
Game like situations. He puts us in situations that happen in the game, sudden change, just situational football stuff that we need to go through and get ready for since we don't have preseason. I think he's doing a great job with it. I think the defense is doing a great job just understanding the situation, down and distance, and what we need to do to get off the field. And how we need to do is fly around and get the offense the ball back.
Josh Graham, Sports Hub Triad. Give me a sense for how the competition's looking at that other outside linebacker spot where you got Jeremy Chin playing there at points. What are you seeing there in terms of competition?
We're all fighting for position right now. Nothing is set. Yeah, even myself. There's people behind me who want my spot, and I need to go out there and earn a spot. Nothing is set in stone, and we have a great group of linebackers who all are tremendous, physical, play fast, and stuff like that. So we'll just see how the outcome is. But everybody's doing a great job.
To quickly follow on that, though, Trey said last week when you came into the league, he knew you'd be a player. And he said the same thing about Jeremy as well as a rookie coming in. What have you seen from him specifically?
He definitely has the skill set. He has the speed. He has the size. Now we just got to get him in. Just like things are going to happen fast. And Chin is the type of guy who could definitely take that on, especially as the roles of whatever he is in this defense. I think Chin is the man to do it, and I think he's going to be a tremendous part of this defense.
Shaq, Jonathan Alexander, Shot Observer. Hope you're doing well. Just piggyback off that, like Trey said, he reminded him of you. Do you think he reminds him of you?
Chin is Chin. I'm not going to compare Chin to myself, and I'm not going to compare me to Chin. Jeremy Chin is a different type of player. He's fast, he's physical, he's big, and he can cover a lot. So I'm glad he's here on this Panthers defense and part of this organization, and can't wait to get going with him.
Shaq, David Newton with ESPN.com. To be fair, people said the same thing about you. I mean, they said you're fast, you're strong, you can do all those things. But as far as his defense is concerned, there's a lot of really good, talented players out there, a lot of speed out there. The one thing we haven't seen is how well that cohesiveness is coming together. How far along you feel like you guys are with that, and what it's going to take to play good team defense?
Just all of us believing and trusting in the process. And that's what we're doing now. We're getting 1% better. OTAs not having that kind of hurt us, but we're doing a great job just cramming everything in their impact, and we're going to come out ready to play. At the end of the day, it's football. We all love the game, and as long as we love the game and play fast, we'll do well.
Shaq, you kind of famously got worked into the lineup slowly with Thomas and Luke are already in the linebacking corps. This defense this year, there are so many young guys that are going to have to play immediately. What are you telling them to get them ready for week one when they're going to be, in the NFL immediately?
Just going off experience, I just told them things are going to happen fast. Just the nature of the game. It's just how it transitions from college to NFL. It just happens fast. But as long as you know the game and understand your technique and what you're supposed to do, your assignments and stuff like that, then it'll start slowing down. They're doing a great job. I mean, these guys are smart. Derek Brown, Jeremy Chin, Troy Pride, Stan, all these guys, all these rookies, they're doing a great job just buying in and listening to the vets, and they're going to be tremendous out there coming week one.
Just following up on that, is there a way to get ready for the speed of the NFL compared to college without getting in there?
Coach Rule's doing it. Up tempo practices is just stuff like that. He's making our practices game-like since we don't have preseason and stuff like that. So Coach Rule's doing a great job getting us ready and prepared for how the season is going to look and all that.
Hey, Shaq, it's Jason Huber with WFNZ. How much, you talk about the young guys, and you guys have been having a lot more fast practices with Matt Rule. How much did that slow ramp up kind of the first two, three weeks help you guys now when things kind of did start, all right, here we are, full speed?
Just getting us back into football, getting us around each other, getting us used to going into meetings virtual and stuff like that. It was great getting us back into conditioning, just sort of bringing guys in. Everybody's all over doing who knows what training, getting their bodies right. But when we come here, everything's together. So they're doing a great job just putting this all together in one bucket and making sure we're doing the right things.
Hey, Shaq, it's Elena with the Charlotte Observer. I was wondering what your impression was of the crowd noise being piped in, and like if you thought it was realistic or just what your impression was playing with it so far.
It is what it is. We're here to play football, and that's what our job entails, and that's what we're going to do. The crowd, we definitely feed off that. Don't get us wrong, but during this pandemic, this is what we have to play with. This is our circumstance, so we got to adapt and adjust. And at the end of the day, we got to go out there and play football.
Hey, Shaq, we talked to Christian a little bit last week about the 22 and 54 together. I was wondering if how that came about and your thoughts on giving back to the community.
Christian kind of just reached out to me and was like, hey, do you want to do this? And I was like, yeah, I'm interested. And just with everything going on with people just with all races splitting down the middle, we need to come together as a whole and bring everybody together from rich to poor, black and white and all that, gay and straight and all that. We need to bring everybody together and share love and show love because at the end of the day, we're all humans.
Shaq, I wonder what were your impressions of Tyre Whitehead, and what do you think about his potential to help the defense?
I told him this. I always been a fan of Tyre since when he was at Detroit. I always just liked this game and stuff like that. So it's an honor to be able to play with him and go out there and share that field in this locker room with him. So I'm excited. I think we're going to do great things just as a defense, and I know he's going to be a veteran leader that we're going to need in this young defense, including myself. I can take notes and learn from him and just help him lead by example.
Shaq, David Newton again. I'm curious what you've seen from the three quarterbacks so far.
Competition. I love all three of them. They all bring different type of swagger, and they all got different type of attributes that they bring, and I love them. They're doing a great job. Teddy's doing a great job. Will and PJ. Can't wait to see these guys in the battle that they have, and they're doing a great job leading that offense. You mentioned swagger. The quarterback that was here for the last 9 years always talked about swag. What's he think it's going to be like for whoever is Teddy will be the starter for having to replace a guy that was so loved like Cam was? He's like Teddy has to be Teddy. He's not Cam. Just like I'm not TD. I'm Shaq. Just be yourself. We're gonna love you regardless. We don't want you to be like Cam. No offense to Cam. Cam was a great guy, great teammate, great quarterback, great leader, and a great person in this community. We love Cam. We'll miss Cam. But what's next? Teddy's next, and we want Teddy to be Teddy, and Teddy's gonna be Teddy.
Hey, Shaq, JB Ricks from Spectrum News 1. Thanks for taking out the time. To piggyback off of that, what have you learned from your experience of playing with Luke Kuechly, and now that he's gone, you maybe having to step up, in that role of being a leader now? What have you learned from him, and how can you be different from whatever his leadership skills were when you applied that this year in 2020?
I just got to lead by example. That's what Luke did. Luke wasn't a rah-rah guy, but when he needed to speak up, his presence was felt. And that's kind of how I followed in the same way behind him. But me and Luke had a little conversation. I'm like you. I'm not TD. I'm not Luke. I'm Shaq. So he told me to go out there, be Shaq, play like Shaq. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go play like Shaq.
Shaq, a few of the players said that they've had the chance to talk to Luke while he's been. Have you been able to see Luke a good bit in the building and still train?
Yeah.
Yeah, what type of things has he been going over with you, talking to you guys about?
I mean, we just talk football. You know what I mean? When we're on that field, it's just ball. He's helping me. We're looking at things, talk about practice, what he likes and stuff like that, and just how to bring guys together. I mean, Luke's away, but he's still here. He's still going to talk about ball. And I got his number. I just call him. We talk and stuff like that.
Shaq, this is Nick from NBC. What were the kind of the biggest things that you focused on in terms of your own game that you wanted to really sharpen coming into this year?
Pass rush was the biggest thing, and just trying to win games. Really focus on this team and not really myself. I know I got to build myself up and get ready, but I want to win games. It's all about winning in this league, and we got to get back to that.
It's crazy to think, Shaq, we're only a few weeks away from the start of the year. Being that you're from Sacramento, which is like an hour and a half from Oakland, did you grow up a Raider fan, and what do you think of them being in Las Vegas?
I'm happy to be a Carolina Panther. And I got drafted to this organization for a reason, and I'm ready to play ball.
Hey, Shaq, it's
Once again. How is your groin doing? I know that you've sort of been.
Say it again. I couldn't hear you.
How's your groin? I mean, you've been sort of going on the side, doing some things like that. And I also wanted to ask you about. I know you guys had a Rock the Vote event. How important do you think it is just to be registered to vote?
I think it's very important. I know me growing up, I wasn't taught to vote. I wasn't taught that my vote counts. So just hearing and understanding like, oh, your vote does matter. It changes the difference. It makes me want to register. I just got done registering actually. And it makes me want to reach out to guys back in my community and tell them to vote and get a whole pamphlet out and try to teach them and understand like voting, your vote does matter and stuff like that. So it's interesting just to hear that my vote does matter and it does count. And my groin is good. I just got a little tight on me, and then that was really about it. But I'm back out there 100% on the field, and happy to be back with my teammates.
Hey, Shaq, it's Vincent with the Right Report. I was just wondering what your impressions were of TJ Green so far in camp and how he's developed since he got to the Panthers.
TJ Green, I think he came with us last year, and he was a guy that I really liked. Big corner, speed guy, and physical. He's doing a great job out there. Can't wait to see him do more, and he's going to be a good player for us.
Let's get a few more for Shaq, guys.
Hey, Shaq, it's Deshawn with Channel 9 here in Charlotte. I heard you mention.
Hi, Shaq. Vashti here with Carolina Blue. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will get this out really quick, but you mentioned that you just registered to vote. Have you voted previously? And then you also talked about just getting the significance of your vote. What changed your mind as to why it was important?
Nah, this is my first time ever voting. I'm not going to lie to you. Like I said previously, I never thought my vote would count, and I never even thought of registering. And just seeing this world separate and seeing the racial stuff that's happening and just being just a part of this world is just like, nah, we don't need that. We need more people to come together, more people to share love, show love, because there's a lot of diverse couples that probably get looked at wrong just because somebody's black, somebody's white, somebody's Asian, somebody's black, and just stuff like that. And it's, if you love somebody, you love somebody, regardless of their race, their color, their ethnicity, whatever it is. If you love somebody, you love somebody.
Hi, Shaq. Vashti here with Carolina Blitz. I know you can't go too much into schemes, but can you give us an idea of what you're liking most about the Still Snow defense?
You said what I'm liking most?
Yes.
I'm liking everything really about it. He's a guy that wants us all to run to the ball. There's no solo tackles. It's all gang tackles and stuff like that. And there's no loafing on the field, which I love. You know, he's going to be on our tails about that and just getting to the ball. So he's doing a great job just dialing stuff up for us and teaching us and making us understand the logics of football and what football should be about and how the game should be played.
Shaq, you mentioned the world's separating all the issues going on. There's a Republican convention going on in Charlotte here. I know you've been involved in some protests. Do you plan to get involved in any of those this week?
Nah, I'm here to focus on football, and that's it.